Shalom. GMS Holland Sit Downs coming with a lesson. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS. Great millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that's pushing His word in sincerity and in truth. This lesson is going to be named A Quick Hit Concerning Wine and Strong Drink. You know, because this is not really gonna be the explanation of yes, you can drink alcohol or no, you can't drink alcohol. This is not gonna be a video concerning that. This video is gonna be concerning how you should conduct yourself dealing with alcohol, dealing with strong drink, dealing with wine, you know. But let me start off with the scripture. Let me start off with this scripture. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 23. It says, drink no longer water, but use a little wine for thy stomach's sake and thine often infirmities. So the scriptures speak about drinking wine, you know, when you have a stomach ache, for example, or you have, you know, this, you feel nauseous and stuff, you can drink some wine, man. It's good for your stomach and certain infirmities. So nothing wrong with wine, man. And then certain guys trying to debunk this scripture by saying, yeah, it's wine without alcohol. But that's nonsense, man. The scriptures speak about you can drink wine, and if it was wine without alcohol in that time, why did Noah get drunk? Exactly, because there was alcohol in it. So, you know, that was just a quick heads up, you know, to and just one simple scripture to basically cut that doctrine off, saying that it was wine without alcohol or whatever, man. So now we go to the point of the lesson. Let me start at the book of 1 Ezra, chapter 3, starting with verse 18. And he said thus, O ye men, how exceeding strong is wine! It causeth all men to err that drink it. And you see that it says all men, but it doesn't have to be all men. You know, it doesn't have to be all men that go off when they drink. But alcohol is indeed strong. Strong in the way that basically, if you drink too much, if you become drunk, you're gonna do certain things that you don't want to do. You're gonna go off. There's a possibility that you are gonna go off. For example, people that drink too much start fights, come in a fight, because you are not thinking clearly, you know. So it's not talking about everyone, because the scripture that we're gonna pull out after this one is gonna basically explain you that. So verse 19, it makes the mind of the king and of the fatherless child to be all one. Exactly, because basically alcohol makes you forget your poverty, makes you forget your misery. A fatherless child, if you lost your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, if you're the only one of your family left, if you drink some wine, you know, that's gonna basically make you feel comfortable a little bit, and basically there's a possibility that you will forget your misery for a while, that you will forget the state wherein you are for a period, man. So it says, it maketh the mind of the king and of the fatherless child to be all one. You know, everyone who drinks basically gets in some type of mirth, in some type of happiness, and everyone is can become cool with each other. Everyone can basically get in his feelings and you know, deal good with each other, man, because you're drinking some wine, you're feeling good. Reading on. Of the bondman and of the free man, of the poor man and of the rich man. Yeah, everyone, you know, can start to feel good and be cool with each other. Verse 20. It turneth also every thought into jollity and mirth. Like I said, you're gonna feel good, man. You're gonna feel, you know, you're gonna forget your misery for a while and feel kind of good, man. So that a man remembereth neither sorrow nor debt. Exactly, you're gonna forget about your problems, and for that short period that you are drinking, basically you're gonna feel satisfied. Let me put it like that. You're gonna feel satisfied. And it maketh every heart rich, so that the man remembered neither king nor governor, and it maketh to speak all things by talents. So if you have a wicked ruler over you, you know, or let's put it in a modern day, a wicked boss, a boss stressing you around the whole day, the whole week long, and then you come home and what you do is you drink some wine, man. You drink some wine, you drink a glass of strong drink, and basically you calm your ass down, man. You know, you forget that oppression for a moment, man. And it make it to speak all things by talents. Verse 22. And when they are in their cups, they forget their love both to friends. So this is the other side of the scripture, man. This is the other side of the road, man. This is the other side of the road. So when you drink too much, you're gonna forget who your friends are, what people did for you. You know, buck up against your people, man. Buck up against your loved ones. So it says, and when they are in their cups, they forget their love both to friends and brethren, and a little after draw out swords. So this is the thing that comes after. If you drink too much, that's why the scripture also says you shouldn't thou shalt not be a drunkard. Because why? A drunkard forgets things. A drunkard doesn't know what he is doing. And if you don't know what you are doing, you're gonna make mistakes. And certain mistakes can be to buck up against your own people, man. I've seen it happen, man. For real, I've seen it happen. Guy became drunk, started to buck up against the brothers in the camp, got his ass kicked out of the camp, man, because of it. So that's another side of the road, man. That's what's on the other side of the road. Next to all the good things and forgetting your debts, forgetting your miseries, you also have this, and this is the part you should realize when you finna put hands on that bottle, or when you finna put hands on that cup. You know, this is basically the side effect that it can have on you when you drink too much. So you gotta stay wise. So it says, verse 23. But when they are from the wine, they remember not what they have done. And this represents you being that you was a drunkard, man, that you was drunk. This is what it represents. When the scripture says don't be a drunkard, it doesn't mean you're not allowed to drink at all. It means that this is not a thing. What I just read, drawing out swords, forgetting who your brothers, who your friends are. That is what it's talking about. That is not allowed to happen, because the Most High set that up as a commandment so that the people wouldn't turn against themselves, man. That there wouldn't be no brawls and stuff. That's why when I look at the Antillean people, you know, the people in the Caribbean islands, the Benjamites, when they drink too much, it always ends up in a fight because they drink too much. So that's the point. You shouldn't drink too much. You shouldn't become a drunkard, because look, for certain people, when they drink too much, when they become drunk, they turn into a happy face, so to speak. They are full of joy, friends with everyone. But then you got other type of cats, and they basically start fights. They finna hate everyone around them. So that's why the commandment came out there, and it's a thing to keep in mind, man. That was to keep wickedness from the nation of Israel, man. So it says, but when they are from the wine, so when they are not drunk no more, when the alcohol basically is out of their system, they don't even remember what the fuck they did, you know. So that's not the state wherein you're supposed to be. Verse 24, O ye men, so it says, O ye men, is not wine the strongest, that enforceth to do thus? And when he had so spoken, he held his peace. Exactly. So wine can do a lot of damage, man. Wine can make you go off. That's why the scripture says this. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 1. Wine is a mocker. Strong drink is raging. And whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. So wine and strong drink can put you in the position that you're gonna go off, man. Like the scripture in First Ezra said, wine maketh all men to err, man. If wine makes you err, if you know that basically strong drink and wine is gonna make you go off, is gonna make you a drunkard and nutcase that doesn't know what the hell he's doing or saying, then you should take your hands off the wine, man. Then look, you know yourself the best. You know what you do. You know how you deal with situations when you had something to drink. And if not, ask a brother, man. What at least actually the brother's supposed to tell you without you asking how you are basically moving and what you are doing. But if he doesn't tell you, then you just ask him, man. You gotta examine, like the scriptures say, examine yourself daily. You gotta examine yourself, man. You gotta examine yourself. So concerning the drinks too, you gotta examine yourself concerning the drinks, man. So it says, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging. Yeah, you can get a brawler, man. You can get aggressive. That's why the scripture also speaks about well, let me get into that after this, man. So when you are deceived by that drink, you are not wise, because you got to understand how you're supposed to conduct yourself while drinking. Don't start to rebuke someone while you are off the wine. Don't rebuke someone who is off the wine. I mean, who is on, who basically is drinking wine. Because when you're off the wine, that means you're not drinking no more. So don't rebuke someone who is drinking, man. Because you're gonna cause strife, and maybe you're gonna make this man go off because he's already drinking, you know. Creating a spark when someone has a little bit of alcohol in their system is easy, man. It's very easy. So you shouldn't want to do that. strong drink. I believe it's in Timothy or something. Sober. I believe it's here. Yeah, if you read the 1 Timothy chapter 3, you know, it's gonna speak about the position of a bishop, and that it's better for him to stay sober. You know, because why? When you are a bishop, you are an elder. You have men under you. You know, a lot of men under you, and you supposed to set an example for those men. So it's better to stay off the wine, to stay off the strong drink, so you wouldn't make mistakes in their sight, while you are an example to them, man. So yeah, man, basically that was the video. I want y'all to I hope y'all was edified by this, and for the young brothers, you know, I think it has been a good heads up for to know basically how you're supposed to conduct yourself in this truth when you start drinking, man. So with that, call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Shalom.